Hi everyone, I'm Mindy Eggen and welcome back to another Flosstube video. First, I just want to say thank you to everybody that viewed that first video that I put up and left such amazing comments. I read through every single one of those comments. It went anywhere from people who haven't stitched in a long time to brand new beginners to people that have been stitching for years. So I really have appreciated and loved reading each and every one of those comments. And I really love some of the people that are experienced leaving the comments and explaining some things that I may have misspoke or just not have known about. And I will be sharing those in a future video to kind of correct some things that I've said. Nothing completely wrong, just things that may need a little updating as far as what I had described them as. So it's a lot of really good knowledge in those comments. Okay, so my plan for today's video is first to thank all of you. Second, I am going to be going through a couple products that I got in the mail. There was one I was really hoping I would have gotten, but it just didn't arrive here in time. So I'll have to share that in another video, but I do have a few things I want to share with you. And then I am going to be sharing a WIP. So I did a little bit of work. I've still been sick, so just getting things accomplished, it didn't work out quite as I had planned. I just didn't even feel like stitching. So, but I do have a little bit of progress that I want to share with you. And then the last thing is I will be sharing with you my plan for upcoming videos. So let's go ahead and get started sharing some of those products with you that I wanted to show you. Okay, the first thing I want to share with you is a club that I'm signed up for. I'm actually signed up for a few of them. This is one that came in the mail. This is from the Fat Quarter Shop, and what this is pretty much a floss collection that I'm going to be getting every month. This is in the classic Colorworks. So I typically do DMC because that's what's readily available for me, but I've seen classic Colorworks used quite a bit, and I wanted to give it a try. And I thought with joining a club, that would be a great way for me to kind of dip my toes in the water, so to speak. So for this particular packet that I got for January, the Classic Colorworks Floss Fix for January 2024, and I'm getting this variety. Now, one of the things I really love about clubs is I am getting things I probably would not have picked out on my own. This color palette probably looks amazing on a project, I'm sure, but it's definitely not colors I would have sought out on my own. So I love that feature. Now, another thing about this floss, and I apologize, I don't know all the real specifics. Those are things that I'm going to be learning as I go. But one of the things I noticed with this floss is that there are some different colors in here. So like this one's got some pink and some green. This one's got a couple different shades of yellow, crab cakes. It's a really pretty coral combination, and it's got some different colors in there too. So I think that's really fun. I think that's going to look really great in projects. So I'm excited that I started this collection. And of course, they already come on this, what do you want to call it? Like a hanger? Not really sure the technical term for it, but it already comes kind of looped onto this hook, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call it, but it's already looped up on here for you. So I'm excited to try this. If you're interested in it, I will provide a link down below in my video description. Another product that I want to share with you, this may be familiar to card makers, but these are some bags from Altenew. Altenew is a craft company. They actually have just a ton of products for card makers, but also they have fabric. I don't know if you've ever checked them out, but they do have some floral printed fabric. I personally don't have any because I never really got into that part of their business, but I did get some of their bags. They sent these to me, and I'm really excited to try these out for project bags. So this first one is a really nice kind of stiff material to put your projects in. It's got the zipper on the top. You can kind of see through it. It's got that mesh look. I'll move this. Okay, so it's kind of got that mesh look, so you can kind of see through it. And this faux leather at the top. And this is a really good size. This is a little over 13 and a little over by 9 inches. So, you know, you figure about maybe 10 by 14-ish, a little under that. So it's a really good size project bag. Another type of project bag that they have are these type of zipper pouches. So these are a little different. It's not the metal zipper at the top. It's kind of this plastic one. And also a really cool feature I had just realized is these are completely see-through. So the top is see-through, the back is white, and that looks so pretty on your shelves. So this is another option. I will also have these linked down below in the video description. If you find you want to try these out for your project bags, I definitely am going to try these out. Now on to my WIP. So this one is one I showed in my previous video that I'm working on. And I plan on putting this on a stand. I do have stands on their way to me, so I'm hoping to get this finished up soon. But this is the progress that I have so far. It's going to say Be Mine. This is from Priscilla and Chelsea. It's, gosh, I'm still not really good with all the names. It's like Stitching with the Housewives or Stitching with the Real Housewives, something along those lines. They have some really great patterns. I love their work. So this is one of their smaller ones. I was able to get some hearts done, maybe the outline. I can't remember exactly where I was at when I filmed my first video, but I did get some progress done on it. So I am really happy with this. I believe this is my 14 count Ada, and I've really been loving it. Now I am also stitching with a size, I think this is a 24 needle that I have. I believe it's 24. Now, there is a calculator on the Fat Quarter Shop website where if you plug in some information, it's going to tell you their recommendations. So they kind of recommend the size of fabric that you need, the size of needle, if you need 2 strands, 1 strand. So it's a very great resource. I've been using it, and I think it had recommended I use a size 26 needle. So I picked some up, and I gotta be honest, I really, really struggled getting my floss through the eye of the needle. I know one of the reasons I wanted to try this size is that because it won't spread out my hole very much. It won't widen my hole too much when I go to stitch. So I really wanted to try that, but I struggled getting my needle threaded. So I need to work on that if that's something that I want to choose to use in the future is a size 26. For right now, I'm going to stick with my size 24. Now, another thing I wanted to show you here, since it's already like this, is that when I was stitching, I kind of crashed. I stitch in bed and watch TV, and I crashed. So I still had some thread left because I do the loop method. For that one, I just start with 1 strand, and I'm going to show that in a future video. So I had some thread left over, and what I do is I take my needle minder and I just remove that magnet on the back. I kind of loop up or roll up my thread. I'm going to fold this in half, and then I just place my needle minder over the top of that thread so I don't lose that in my project bag. So that way it's there when I'm ready to start stitching. And I also keep my needles. I actually have 2. I don't know why I have 2 on here, but I have my needles ready when I'm ready to go back and stitch. So that is the only WIP that I have to share with you today. I try and stay focused on one project at a time because otherwise I feel very overwhelmed. Now I do have one other one that I was working on. I just kind of took a break from that for right now, and I was focusing on this because I really wanted to try and get some Valentine projects done before Valentine's Day. So I am kind of focusing on this right now. Okay, so that's really all I have for you today. I don't have a lot to share. Like I said, I've still been sick, so just not as much work being done as far as my stitching goes. But in the future, what I have planned to do is I want to share just kind of some quick short tutorials, maybe explaining a stitch or maybe explaining how I start my stitches. So those are things that I've kind of been learning and applying to my own projects. So I'm going to have some of those short tutorials coming up very soon on my channel, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. I also have some products coming in the mail that I can't wait to share with you. So for my next Flosstube video, that's what I plan on doing in there is hopefully I will have some more progress on my WIPs. and also being able to share some things that I plan on using to finish off my projects. So that's all I really have for you today. Pretty short and sweet, just kind of giving you my plan and what I have coming up. I really appreciate you stopping by, checking things out, leaving comments. I love to read them, and I can't wait to share my next tutorial with you. See you soon. Bye.